In this video, I'm going to show you step-by-step instructions on how to replace the front screen on the iPhone 15. This is a very easy job, made even easier for me because if you look at how thick this screen is, I can see that it's got an LCD display already fitted to it. Chances are it's going to be very easy to remove. Start off removing the two pentalobe screws either side of the lightning connector. I think I said lightning connector, it's an iPhone 15, so it's a USB-C connector. I do apologise for that little error. Next, I'm going to take a single-sided razor blade and I'm going to insert it into the very small gap between the edge of the screen and the edge of the frame. I'm going to push it down real nice and flat, nice and square, just like that. Once I've put that in there, I'm going to get some alcohol and then I'm going to add a little squirt along the edge of the razor blade. So that's going to sort of work its way into that gap and it's going to soften the adhesive that holds that screen in place. Now, because the screen's cracked, normally I'd put a suction cup on there, but that suction cup's going to do nothing because the air will leak through those cracks. So instead, I'm going to push that way, pull that way on the razor blade and hopefully it's going to pop it out. Now, if it's the original display, what's on the phone, it will be a little bit tougher than I'm making it look here. That's because this screen's been replaced before and it just becomes a lot easier to remove the screen if it has been removed before. What you might have noticed there is I pulled it back and then I inserted this guitar pick into the gap that I created. That means we're not going to scratch any of these edges with metal on metal action. So we're going to use plastic on there and we're just going to run it up that edge, just inserting it a few millimeters, no more than 5 millimeters I'd say. And then we're going to come back on ourselves and then work up the opposite edge, doing the same again, not inserting it too deep. There is an important cable here. That cable is for the display, so if it gets broken, it's not the end of the world because that's what we're replacing in this video. Now, we've got the screen lifted off like that. I'm going to lift it from the bottom, wiggle it from side to side like that, and then it pops out those clips just here and here. As you can see, there's no internal gummins on this one. That's because everything else is accessed from the back cover. So all we do from the front is remove the screen. That doesn't mean to say that you need to touch this camera, so just keep your grubby mitts off this thing here. Once you've got the phone open like this, you want to avoid letting it fall flat down like that. So I'm going to use a weighted object. A mug does the job really nicely, but in the absence of that, I've got this very large piece of steel. Put it down there like that. We need to remove the screen next. That is held down by one tri-wing screw just here and a small shield, which we're going to remove using tweezers. So lift it up and it's got like a little shoe what goes under a hook there. Just make sure that that's disconnected, or sorry, removed. Put it to one side for reinstallation later. And then we're going to use just a very, very simple plastic spudger tool to disconnect that screen. Make sure you use plastic tools because you don't want to be poking it with bare metal. It can cause short circuits. Moving up to this area now, we're going to do exactly the same thing again. Remove the single tri-wing screw, store it safely for reinstallation later, use tweezers to lift up the little thing and then carefully pull it around the little hinge thing and use the plastic spudger to disconnect the cable, allowing you now to safely remove the screen. Look, that's it. Make sure that it's disconnected. Now this screen, we need to remove that off the back of it, and then this one is going to go in the bin. If it's only cracked glass, then keep hold of it because it can be recycled, and I'll probably show you that in another video somewhere in the future. Next, as I was discussing previously with you, I said that the screen's been replaced before. Normally, when it's been replaced with a crappy LCD aftermarket screen like this one, nobody replaces the seal, and I had a good hunch on this one that it had not been replaced, which it does make it difficult to remove because the original seals are particularly strong. So I'm going to start with this number 4A, I think it is, X-Acto blade. Yeah, number 4A. And I start off and I scrape as much of it off as I possibly can. And then if I can pull it, then I'm going to try, but it doesn't usually go far, as you could just see there. Another option is that you can warm it up and use the little spindle tool. That works well. Or you can just use the 4A blade and just keep running it up this edge like that. The reason I don't like using the 4A blade is because it gets to this section and it doesn't quite fit in that gap. So then I'm left pulling it off. It's safe to say that this adhesive is crap. It's not rubbish at sticking screens down, but it is rubbish at being removed. It's just very difficult to remove. So take your time with it, but just make sure that you get as much of it off as possible. I think at this point, you've seen me do all my little tricks that I know on how to get it off. Pulling it is the best and the neatest, but it don't always pull off. But you've seen all my tricks. Hopefully, when I skip to the next clip, it'll all be removed. So now that I've managed to pull off all that adhesive, I'm just going over it with a cotton bud, and then I'm running a bead of isopropyl alcohol along that edge, just to make sure, because when you've pulled off the adhesive, it still leaves behind a little bit of dust and gunk, and especially if you scraped it off like on this bottom edge, you can see it don't look great. So I'm just going to clean off as much of it as possible and get it absolutely shiny, ship-shape, gorgeous, ready for our new screen. And it's just, yeah, it's important to note that the cleaner the surface that you're adhering to or sticking to, the better that it's going to stick. I will get everything off. Another thing I will point out as well, on this one, you've got the plastic like grill for the microphone mesh. This one I'm going to clean up while I'm over it like that, because it's full of dust and stuff. But if it's stayed where it is, then leave it. If it's come off, then you need to stick it back just there. It doesn't stick with glue though, it sticks with dust, I think, is what holds that in place. So just make sure that it's there before you put your new screen on anyway. That's the prep work done for the screen for now. I'm going to do a little, for the chassis, I'm going to do a little bit of work on this old screen. And we need to remove this flex cable from the back of it. This is for the ambient light sensor, or proximity sensor, sorry. Let's have a look at it. Ambient light sensor, I think. And what you want to do with this, you need to get some isopropyl alcohol and just soak all around it like that. Once you've done that, then we can go back to either the plastic spudger or the plastic guitar pick, and you're just going to sort of slide it underneath there, and you're going to work underneath it and sort of separating the sticker, the stick-on sensor from the back of the screen. Just take your time, let the alcohol do the work. You don't have to force it. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on this. I'm just sort of sawing backwards and forwards, letting, like I say, the alcohol do it. Once that's all disconnected, you'll find that it comes off there, but then it might still be stuck a little bit here, the sensor. Just get underneath it there and poke it up. This one was a bit easy to get off. I prefer doing this when the screen hasn't been replaced before, but my cameraman video editor has been on my case to upload a new iPhone 15 screen replacement tutorial for a little while now. Anyway, with that removed, you can discard this if it's ready for the bin, or recycle it if you need recycling. The screen that I'll be using for this repair is a X07 soft OLED display, and it comes from our video sponsor, Mobile Centric UK. These guys are the best supplier that I've had in the UK. I was using them when they were just USA based, before they set up a depot in the UK, and they've always been very good. Now, the pricing is great, the stock levels are great, and the parts are very good too. These X07 screens are probably my favorite range of screens that I've installed. We used to get them from a different supplier when they were supplying somebody else, but we get them direct from, I suppose they're the manufacturer really. They're the guys who make these, and like I say, best screens that I've ever installed. Number of warranties, returns that we get are very, very low. I will stick a link for where you can buy these parts in the description below, and I believe you need to have a trade account to use them, but if you're having trouble with that, just leave me a comment and I'll be able to help you out with that. We've got this, what we removed off the last screen. I'm just going to put it on the screen like that, and then stick it down using the adhesive that it came with, and just make sure that that sensor sits into the square that it sits in. Just remember, it doesn't come with that little mesh, so that's why you need to remember to keep it on the housing. We've got this little guy, and it's got another one of those little hook things on it. So you've got to hook it around that side, is it? Sorry, wrong way. You need to hook it over that way. Place it down, and it's going to be a little bit springy. That's okay. Just get your crosshead screwdriver and secure it into place. Screwing it down, making sure that that hook stays hooked and the screw stays screwed. Screw you. That's it. This screen is ready to install. We've just got one last step to do on this housing, and that is to install the adhesive. This comes with the screen that I've already talked about. You just peel off the top sheet, line up the top left corner, let the left hand edge line itself into place, so just make sure it's nice and tight in there, and then the rest of the sheet will follow, or should follow, pretty close around those edges. And yeah, that's it. It's pretty easy to get it in place. It's difficult to go wrong with these seals, but if you do have trouble, they cost about 50p to replace them, so it may be worth, if you've never used one of these before, when you order your part, it might be worth asking if you can get an extra seal, or just buy an extra seal. I'm sure, you know, if somebody emailed me if they were buying a part and they said, can you send an extra seal, I would probably do it free of charge. But I can't speak on behalf of all suppliers out there. Not everyone's as kind as me, are they? Normally, this bit stays behind this little film, but it's come with it this time. Don't know why. It just came off at the same time. So I'm just going to be careful not to stick the screen down before it's due. And then I'm going to offer up our new screen like this. Put my finger over this connector, and I'm just going to line it up until I know that it's in place. Then I can go push down and it clicks into place. And that's the same up the top here. We just need to line it up. Sometimes with this smaller cable, it's easier to get hold of it with the tweezers, so you can move it around, line it into place, and then push down on it. See, that wasn't quite right, so I'm going to just go again and get it right, just like that. All that remains to do now, I'm just going to put that weighted object behind the screen again, just to stop the screen falling over, so I can leave it to rest. And then we've just got these two shields and screws. So this one first. And it's the small tri-wing screw that holds it in place. Then we go up the top, and we've got this little guy. Just make sure that that little thing goes underneath the little hook, and then secure the tri-wing screw into place. Now we can fold the screen shut, and starting off at the top, we're just gonna, same as we did when we stuck it down, I'm gonna just press it into place there, and then secure it along the edges, secure it at the bottom, make sure that it's stuck down, and don't forget your bottom screws just here and here. Get those in. I apologize for the background noise. Someone's decided to just throw a load of bottles around in the back, and I can just, that's all you'll be able to hear on this video, I think. And then yeah, put it on charge. I think this will be empty, this phone, to be honest. Get it charged up and then test it out, make sure everything's working, Face ID, etc. That just about completes this repair. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.